What is going on, everybody? Coming at you with some brand new OP01 gameplay in preparation for the Treasure Cup. This is going to be the blurple Crocodile against the purple Kaido. I will be piloting the Crocodile again, and hopefully not doing terribly, even though it feels like all I do with this deck is terrible. I think maybe it's just not cut out for me, but I like playing it. It's kind of fun, and I've made some changes to it, so hopefully those changes resonate and they make it a bit better. I'm playing against the mono purple, and purple's I think a really strong deck. It's a very cheap deck, and I think it's fairly straightforward to pilot. It's not the most complicated deck of all time. It has things that it wants to do every turn, and it likes to do those things. So I'm going to open up with a law blocker and then another law blocker, because nice blockers early is good. I think in this matchup you want to stall it as much as possible and not take any hits to your life. He's going to swing me for 5k, and then I'm going to counter with a boa, and then he's going to drop an Onigashima Island. Or no, actually a jack to get the Dawn ramp started. And he's going to discard the Thunderboggle there. I'm feeling I'm in a pretty good spot now because I have 4 Dawn. I got 2 1-cost blockers out. I'll pay 2 to play the Mr. 3 to rest the Jack, and then I'll swing my Crocodile at the Kaido, who will then kill counter. And I'm just trying to think about how I want to play this next. I'll pass back turn, and I'm feeling pretty good because he gets a swing next turn, and I'm thinking about whether to block it, but I'll end up using the overheat here because I think it's really good. Popping that Jack is really nice. And then he's going to go ahead and drop the 6-cost king to pop one of my blockers, I believe. 6-cost king is actually going to pop the Mr. Galdino, which is a bit different than I was expecting, but nonetheless, still a great play. Now this is my 6 Dawn turn, and if I actually had a big card to drop here, I probably would do it. Like if I had a Virgo in hand, I would probably just drop it there, but I'm going to pay 5 cost here to play the X-Strike. I'll die -1 to get him to trash a card from his hand. X-Strike's a big body, and being 5k is nice. I'll put Dawn underneath my Crocodile, and then I will swing at leader and make him take it. So I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good spot. 2 blockers and the X-Strike on board here. Kaido's got just the king on board and 7 Dawn, so we could play another king here. He's going to pay 5 to play queen, Dawn -1, draw 2, trash 1. And that kind of makes my X-Strike play a little bit irrelevant, because now my X-Strike has nothing but, done nothing because he's replenished that card that he lost, and he's going to swing 7k at me. I'll block the Trafalgar Law, and I'll draw 2 for turn. And I'm not feeling too bad about the position that I'm in because I have X-Strike on board. He's a fairly big body, and I should be able to deal with King by using my Crocodile and the X-Strike. So I'll swing at King at 7k, and then still either force him to use the Queen block or 2k counter. I'll use Baroque Works here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll look at the top 5. I will actually whiff here, I think. But no, I'll take the Miss Double Finger. And then I'll draw off the leader effect here because I had 4 cards in hand at the time. So now 5. I'll put 2 Dawn underneath my X-Strike, and I'll swing at King here. Again, force out a 1k counter. And then I pass turn back. Just trying to weather the storm here, I think. On his board, I did force 2 cards out of hand, but he's back to 4. Which is a little bit unfortunate for me, but I do have some cards that I can use, and my Crocodile's effect is all turns. I know it is once per turn, but it's all turns, so I can use it on my turn and on his turn. I'm going to let my X-Strike go because swinging at 9 is a big body. Swing, and I'll use X-Strike to block, and then I'll swing Queen at me, and I'll take that life there. It's my first one I've taken, then I'll drop another Queen, and Queen's a card that I think is a bit problematic for this deck because I don't really have any way to get rid of it. I don't have any Jet Pistols. I'm not playing any really big removal cards other than King, and I think I'll Rush Kaido or 2 Rush Kaidos maybe, so I can play Rush Kaido here. I will swing at the King here for 8k, sorry, and force him to either block it. I'll swing at the Queen actually because I want it to be gone. King is king. I will play 3 to 4 to play Gecko Moria, and I'll pass back turn with 2 up here. I think Gecko Moria is being put on the board because it puts some pressure on if they don't deal with it. This deck is pretty good at getting 5 cards in hand because of the draw power, so I thought I'd try it out to see if it was relevant at all. I don't know how relevant it's going to be, but I feel like it's a good card to try out because it can put a lot of pressure on if your opponent's not careful. So he'll swing 9 at me here, and I'll take that because blocking that realistically is not ideal. And this kind of forces him to swing with the queen because, you know, it's not super duper great, but I'm going to pay 2, use my Virgo, and then I'll draw 2 cards off of the Love Beam and then my leader effect, so I'm back to 5 cards in hand. And now he's got his leader effect here, and no blockers out. So he's going to swing at me for 6, and I'm going to take that because I want to make sure that Gecko Moria's effect is active. And then he'll pay 2 for a blocker, and then he'll leave 1 up here. So ideally, I could pull a Mr. 3 here to freeze. That's the idea of playing the Mr. 3 in this deck, is you can freeze cards. But I will play the king to pop the blocker, and then I'm just going to load up my Gecko Moria here and swing at the leader, because double damage feels good. And he's going to use Blast Breath and then also a Sasaki here. So that felt terrible. I will swing leader and he'll take that. I have 1 life left, and he's got 3 swings at least, and he's going to have Kaido effect active as well here. So I'm in a pretty rough spot. I would have had 1 more Dawn that turn, actually. I actually misplayed and didn't... Oh, no, that was from the king effect. I returned it. And then, yeah, he's going to load up with his queen. And I will counter that, believe it or not. And no, I won't counter. I don't have enough actually. So yeah, if I had a Mr. 3, I would have been able to stun the blocker and then, you know, pop some additional stuff there. But if I had some more Dawn up for a Desert Spada, I would have been able to survive maybe potentially. But yeah, I just got out-aggressed by purple. I couldn't deal with the queens, and I think this deck that's something that's hard for it, is dealing with queens. So maybe that's some more tech they're looking to putting in the deck. I mean, again, seeing 3 queens, it's tough to deal with, but you know, it is what it is. If you guys do enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate all the support that I've been getting. If you have any decks that you want to see, or if you have any questions about anything, please let me know. Please reach out. I'm more than happy to indulge you. Until next time, Monty out.